Yeah, yes, of course, Mrs. In 't Veld.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I'll just comment on the second presentation because I think the first one largely concurred with the remarks I made earlier in the cybersecurity. We very much agree, and I'm very pleased that Mr. Bowden has raised this issue because, as you know, I think the first time I submitted a parliamentary question about FISA was back in 2007. Or maybe even before, but and I'm like you. I'm actually appalled that nobody has reacted to this. I wonder if we would be as complacent if this wasn't the United States, but if it were China. And I'm pretty sure that they probably don't even need legislation to do the exact same thing. And as there are more companies setting up businesses there, they have the same capacity. And I'm sure there are other countries that would be interested in doing this. I would like to stress that this is not a technical problem. The cloud has merely made it worse. But it's a legal problem. It's a problem of jurisdiction, because even if this were about good old-fashioned paper archives, data stored in paper archives, the problem would still be the same, namely a third country, in this case the United States, that considers that data that are collected and stored on European territory still fall within their jurisdiction because of their own definition of jurisdiction. Now, okay, we can complain about the United States or about China or Russia or any other country that's doing this, but the real problem, of course, is within Europe. We have brought this to the attention of the European Commission countless times. As I said, I put in questions in 2007. Even before that we raised it. The European Commission so far has remained silent, turning a blind eye, probably because they're, I don't know, either they're timid in confrontation with the Americans, or they just don't know how to handle it. The European Commission claims that the problem will be solved when the new regulation enters into force. It will not. It will not solve the problem. The real problem is that the European Commission, and indeed the European governments, do not stand up for the interests of European citizens. The Patriot Act, in the wider sense, we've raised this with the Dutch government, and maybe the question has been raised in other countries as well. Because of the Patriot Act that FISA is a part of, the company that is producing Dutch passports that include fingerprints from Dutch citizens can... Oh, this is like gaslight. Those data are accessible to the US authorities freely, without limit. Now we're going to set up a system of medical records that will be managed by a company which, unsurprisingly, also has a presence on US territory and therefore also falls under the Patriot Act. And I'm very happy that your report got so much publicity, because I hope that somebody in the European Commission is finally going to take this seriously and respond to the issues, because they have to. They can no longer remain silent, and I'm very pleased that you gave them so much material.